This channel explores sustainable work and the subtle pattern of self-override that quietly shapes how we live and work. Burnout is often obvious at the end. Exhaustion, collapse, withdrawal. But long before that, it is subtle. Hidden burnout does not feel dramatic. It feels responsible, functional, productive. That is why it goes unnoticed. Here are 7 subtle signs that self-override may already be shaping your work life. Not panic, not crisis, just a persistent internal tightness. Your shoulders are slightly raised. Your jaw is slightly clenched. Your mind is slightly alert. When tension becomes baseline, you stop recognizing it as tension. That normalization is often the first sign. You take a day off. You sleep longer. You step away. But you don't feel fully reset. Because exhaustion is not always about energy. It is often about misalignment. When the pattern continues, rest becomes maintenance, not restoration. You are getting things done. Deadlines are met. Responsibilities are handled. But something feels slightly empty. Achievement without internal alignment slowly erodes motivation. This is not laziness. It is depletion beneath performance. You don't feel intense distress. But you also don't feel much joy. Emotional range narrows. When the nervous system stays mildly activated for too long, it conserves energy by flattening experience. This often goes unnoticed until someone points it out. You say yes before checking internally. You volunteer. You absorb extra work. Not because you want to, but because that's who you've become. Self-override often hides inside competence. Even when nothing is urgent, your system doesn't fully downshift. You scroll. You distract. You stay mentally active. True relaxation begins to feel unfamiliar. You pride yourself on handling pressure, on being reliable, on not needing much. Endurance becomes identity. And when endurance becomes identity, stopping feels threatening. None of these signs are dramatic. That is precisely the point. Burnout rarely begins with crisis. It begins with normalization. Small, repeated acts of self-override. Ignoring signals. Postponing rest. Absorbing pressure. Over time, this becomes structural. Hidden burnout is not weakness. It is adaptation. Sustainable work begins when we stop overriding ourselves.